Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to another tutorial. In this tutorial, we are going to work on first-person character, crouch animation, and sneaking animation, crouch moving forward animation. So right now our character is in running state and standing still. If I press C, it will go into the crouch, and if I move forward, it will be in the sneaking. Now you can see it is standing and crouching. So you can get the project files on my Patreon, and let's jump into the tutorial. In this tutorial, we are going to use crouch animation and sneaking crouch moving forward animation with our first person character. This was originally a third person character, but I have converted it into a first person character. If you want to learn how to convert third person character into first person character, you can watch my tutorial. You can see a pop-up here, and also the link is in the description. So for this tutorial, in order to make this character go into crouch state and sneaking state, we need a crouch animations. First of all, I want to tell you that these are the animations. Walking and running animation are used in that blend space, and this blend space is used in the animation blueprint, and this animation blueprint is used in our character. So that's why this character is running and moving. So now we are going to add crouch and sneaking animations. For that, I have already imported crouch and sneaking animation from Mixamo. Go into the content, go into characters, go into Mixamo. Here I have imported that crouch animation and that sneaking crouch moving forward animation. So you will notice that it has Niagara dust particles and footstep sounds. So I have done this work in the previous tutorial. You can see a pop-up here, and also the link is in the description. You can find the tutorial in footstep series, how to add Niagara dust particle and sound to character. So the normal way is to retarget these animations to our Unreal Engine 5 default mannequin characters. But if you notice that this Mixamo skeleton is compatible with Unreal Engine 5 skeleton. If I go into mannequin meshes, if I open the Unreal Engine 5 default mannequin skeleton, you will notice that these both skeletons are same and are compatible. I have converted that Mixamo skeleton into Unreal Engine 5 skeleton using a converter. I will put a link in the description. You can download that converter, and after that you can convert easily. So now as we have both skeletons compatible with each other, so we can also use animations of Mixamo on Unreal Engine 5 mannequin skeleton by using skeleton compatible. So go into SK Mixamo skeleton in the Windows, Asset Details, and compatible skeleton, and select this one. Now go back to SK Mannequin in the Windows, Asset, and select Mixamo skeleton. Now after that you can use the animations using Mixamo skeletons on Unreal Engine 5 skeleton and vice versa. So now as we can use Mixamo and animations directly on our Unreal Engine 5 mannequin, so let's go back to our tutorial folder, Easy Game Mechanic tutorial. Go into that folder, our folder. Now here we are going to create a blend space for our crouch idle to crouch walking forward animation. Animation, legacy, blend space, select Unreal Engine 5 default skeleton, and name it blend space crouch and walk SP character. So now open it. Now inside the horizontal axis, maximum axis value, given a value of 500, we are giving a value of 500 because our max walk speed is 500. Okay, now in there we are going to put crouch idle animation. Search for crouch. Now you will notice that we have our Mixamo animation exposed to our Unreal Engine 5 default mannequin skeleton. Simply drag it here. It is because of the compatible skeletons. Now go there, search for sneak animation. And go there. Now if we move here, it will be in the idle pose. If we move forward, it will be in the ugly. Now you will notice that the animations are a bit off. It is one of the reason is Mixamo has T pose and the Unreal Engine default magnet has A pose. This is the difference, and definitely when you target animation properly, this problem will resolve. So this tutorial is not basically about how to target animations properly. This is about how to use animations with first person character. Now we have our blend space. So in order to make our character crouch, we need to go back to our character blueprint, select character movement and search for crouch. Now by default it is unchecked. You have to check it so our character can crouch. So now go back and go search for keyboard C, or you can also use enhance input, and now create a variable can crouch. When we press C, yes, we want to crouch, and when we release C, we want to uncrouch, and search for crouch and also for uncrouch. Now when we press C, our character will go into crouch state, and when released, that will be in uncrouch state. So what happens when it go into crouch state? When it go into crouch state, that capsule becomes less in size, and when it goes into uncrouch state or standing state, the capsule will become normal. And after that, after setting that boolean and that crouch uncrouch state, we have to go back to our animation blueprint class, and in the event, so copy get owning character cast to our this character class sp character. So this is this one. Connect this. Now get can crouch. Now in the variable, now you simply right click here, promote to variable, and you can also name it and for more clarity. So now when we press C, this boolean will go true, and this will set that boolean inside animation blueprint to true. And when we go into uncrouch state, this will be false and set it to false also. Now we have, okay, so we are getting this compile error. That's because we created the boolean but we didn't compile here. Now go back there, compile again. Now the error is removed. So now we have crouch, uncrouch, boolean or value or state here. Now we can use to select when we want to crouch or stand or walk or sneak. So go into the anim graph. In the locomotion, first of all we will do the in the idle animation. So we have that animation and we will search for crouch. Now you can see that inside the Unreal Engine 5 default mannequin blueprint animation blueprint class, we have Mixamo skeleton based animations exposed just because of the compatible skeleton method. So drag it here. Now how we can select between these two animations which we want to run finally at the output? Simply search for blend pose bool. Select that and attach that. It means when this boolean is true, this animation will go at output, and this when this boolean is false, this animation will go at output. So for that we have just created this boolean. Now we have to use not boolean and plug it here. So it means can crouch, when the can crouch will be yes. It means we want to run that animation in the false pose. So we have to make it false here. So it's not confusing. We are just it's just the complement of that boolean, or we can say this is the invert of that boolean. So now if we want to check, go to the NM preview, can crouch. You can see our character is crouching. Okay, so if it is working here, it will work in the game also. So let's check. Right now our character is in the standing. If I press C, you can notice that it is in the crouch state. Now I released it back to walking or standing. Now go back to animation blueprint. Now we are going to do same thing, and let's copy it. Same thing for walk run animation. Okay. So in the true, if you remember, we created that blend space, crouch idle to sneaking. We are going to use that. In the asset browser, search for, this is the one which we just created. No. Yes, this is the first version. So these are the many, because these are from the previous tutorials. So simply plug it here and here and here. Now we can test in the preview also. If we go here, should move, and give it a value of 500. Now our character is in running state. Now if we press can crouch any, you will notice that our character is crouching and moving forward, but you will see that's a problem in the animation. It is because we need to go into the anim graph. We need to disconnect it. Simply plug it here. Now compile. Now you will notice that our animations are now working fine. So if I uncheck it, it will be in running. If I check it, it will be in the crouch. So okay. Now everything is okay. Let's check in the editor. Now right now we are walking and standing. If I press C, we are in the crouch and we are moving forward in the crouch. So we are, if I press C, you will notice our camera goes down. Okay. So now our first person character with crouch animation and sneaking animation is working fine. And once again, you can get project files on my Patreon. And also, if you want to learn how I give that Niagara dust particle and footstep sounds, you can go to my footstep series, and the link is in the description. You can follow that to do that, and we'll see you in next tutorial. Till then, Allah Hafiz.